monumental meltdowns when the devices are taken away. Their reactions are what's being called internet addiction disorder.
Everything has been kind of transformed to this 2D world. Our brains on screens, it's an addiction.
The most susceptible among us, kids.
If you think brain rot content farms came only after AI, then you are wrong. They existed long before AI even came into YouTube, and they are still here, flooding the platform with hypnotic, repetitive, and endless disturbing videos. These channels aren't created to entertain children. They are created to exploit them and win over the algorithm. From mega channels like Cocomelon, Billion Surprise Toys, to Ryan's World. They are all designed to lock your child's eye on the screen for as long as they can. First category, the animation channels. Let's start with one of the massive channels of this trend, Cocomelon. Cocomelon is the largest children's channel on YouTube, with over 197 million subscribers and more than 210 billion lifetime views. As of mid-2025, it ranks among the top 3 most viewed YouTube channels. To parents, it looks harmless. Bright 3D animation, cheerful songs, and familiar nursery rhymes. But what makes Cocomelon disturbing is not its appearance, it's the formula behind it. Every video follows the same pattern: repetitive melodies, looping lyrics, overstimulating visuals, and facial expressions.
You eat your apples.
Yes, 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 I want to eat the apples.
Good, good. Apples are good for you.
Studies show that just 9 minutes of fast-paced cartoons can hurt a child's memory and self-control. And these kids are watching these for hours, which is contributing billions of views to these videos. Another study in Japan found that toddlers who spent over 4 hours a day on screens were almost 5 times more likely to have delayed communication by the age of 2.
Parents mention the exact same problem. The Cocomelon show is so insanely addictive, it's being compared to nicotine and causing developmental issues amongst the kids who can't stop watching.
And these side effects aren't just numbers on paper, they play out in real life. A 60-minute Australia investigation showed toddlers having violent meltdowns when their iPads were taken away. Some threw themselves on the floor, screamed uncontrollably, and even lashed out at parents.
What's being called internet addiction disorder.
I really want an iPad.
Experts in the program compared these reactions to withdrawal symptoms seen in addiction, pointing out that screens stimulate the brain's dopamine system much like a drug.
You can see the affected areas of the addict's brain, areas responsible for decision-making, emotions, and self-control. Screen addiction distorts the same brain function as alcohol, drugs, and gambling.
Parents admitted they often gave in just to keep the peace, because their child's mood and behavior had become completely dependent on having a screen in front of them. Content farm like Cocomelon uploads relentlessly, producing massive volumes of content that looks almost identical to each other. For the algorithm, this is perfect, but for the children, it has dangerous effects on their brain. And Cocomelon isn't the only channel following this pattern. There are many more like this. For example, Little Baby Bum. Little Baby Bum is one of those channels that proved just how profitable children's content farms could be. Launched in 2011, it grew into one of the platform's first billion-view kids brand, specialized in looping 3D nursery rhymes like Wheels on the Bus and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
At its peak, Little Baby Bum racked up over 30 billion total views and tens of millions of subscribers before it was acquired by Moonbug Entertainment, the same company that later bought Cocomelon. Little Baby Bum also follows the same formula: repetition, overstimulation, and volume.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little buses, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little bus.
The same songs were recycled across countless uploads, designed not to educate kids, but to keep them locked into an endless cycle of screen time. So much so that some school-aged children even forget to blink. When you look at Little Baby Bum's endless stream of looping songs, one thing is clear. It is not designed to calm children, but to keep them consuming. Instead of sparking curiosity, it conditions kids to sit still, repeat passively, and crave for more and more. Little Angel. Little Angel sits in the same nursery rhyme lane as Cocomelon, but rides a different storyline built around the character Baby John. The formula is simple. Baby John eats his vegetables, goes to bed, or plays with his family. The storyline changes slightly, but the structure never does. The same characters, the same songs, exaggerated faces, and brightly colored worlds are repeated again and again.
Go away, come again another day. Baby wants to play. Tears, tears, go away, baby.
Each video is then dubbed into multiple languages and uploaded across spin-off channels, multiplying the content without really creating anything new. Little Angel doesn't exist to teach or inspire. It exists to keep children watching. The channel has over 35 million subscribers and 27 billion views. In February 2022, Moonbug acquired Little Angel 2, calling it one of the fastest growing kids channels on YouTube. Lulu Kids. It is best known for its viral video, Johnny Johnny Yes Papa.
Johnny, Johnny,
Yes, Papa.
eating sugar,
No, Papa.
telling lies.
No, Papa.
Like Cocomelon and Little Angel, this also follows the same pattern of videos. Polished, highly formulaic, designed to keep toddlers watching for as long as possible. And these aren't it. There are hundreds of similar channels, each pumping out endless nursery rhymes, recycled characters, and overstimulating animations. They don't care how it's affecting your kids. They just care about one thing: farming attention and turning it into profit. The next category of content farm is child-centered content empires. Unlike animation farms or toy unboxing channels, these channels are built around real children. Instead of animated characters or surprise eggs, the children themselves become the brand. Their everyday lives, playtime, and reactions are packaged into daily uploads. On the surface, it looks like fun family vlogging. But the disturbing reality is that these channels blur the line between childhood and corporate exploitation. What should be normal moments of growing up for the children become scripted content. And what could be a better example than Ryan Toys Review? Now known as Ryan's World. Started in 2015, the channel now has nearly 40 million subscribers and over 60 billion views. However, let's not allow the bright colors and happy faces deceive you. On the surface is just a child playing with toys, but behind the cheerful thumbnails is one of the most profitable content farms in YouTube history. By the time Ryan was 7 years old, Forbes reported he was earning over $20 million annually, and his face appeared on Walmart shelves, breakfast cereals, and entire aisles of branded merchandise. And then came a major controversy in 2019, when the watchdog group Truth in Advertising filed a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission accusing that nearly 90% of Ryan's videos contained advertising or product promotions, often disguised as ordinary play, meaning millions of kids watching these were actually watching advertisements. And that isn't just deceptive, it's potentially harmful too. If a child's favorite YouTuber is always playing with branded toys, over time they will replicate the same behavior and demand those toys. And that was exactly the goal of Ryan's parents, who were exploiting their child to earn billions of dollars. Even after the controversy, Ryan's World continues to farm videos to this day. Like Nastya, another giant in this category, starring Anastasia Radzinskaya. Launched in 2016, it quickly became one of the largest children's YouTube channels in the world, now boasting over 130 million subscribers and more than 116 billion views. It revolves around the same concept as Ryan's World, family vlogging turned into a global empire. Just look at these massive views. Their most popular video, Nastya and Papa Sleeping at Farm Sheep Family Fun Trip, has garnered 947 million views till date. The disturbing part is Nastya mass-produces staged versions of everyday childhood. Playdates, family trips, even personal milestones are repackaged into endless uploads designed for the algorithm. The difference is that instead of an animated character, it's a real child's life being farmed for attention. The next category of content farm, surprise egg and unboxing channels. These channels pump videos built entirely around opening eggs, toys, or blind bags on camera. The structure never changes. An egg is cracked open, a toy is revealed, and the cycle repeats. They don't tell stories or teach anything. They purely exist to keep kids locked into the loop of reveal after reveal. Surprise toys. Surprise toys is one of the most recognizable names in the unboxing niche, with more than 2.9 million subscribers and over 3.6 billion views on YouTube. The formula is as basic as it gets: plastic Kinder eggs filled with toys, brightly colored wrappers, a slow reveal, and exaggerated reactions. Each video looks nearly identical to the last, but that's the point. A need to see the next egg opened, the next toy revealed. For toddlers, the pattern is comforting, and the cycle of anticipation and reward keeps them watching far longer than most parents realize. Psychologists warn that this type of anticipation-reward design mimics the same loop found in gambling. Children watch, wait for the reveal, get the toy, and then repeat the process endlessly. Kinder Surprise Eggs Rostama, Unboxing Extra, Toy Pudding TV. These are just a few examples. There are hundreds of others like this, farming endless content for kids to watch every single day.